Greetings viewers, EricTheCarGuy here, and today I have something of a special video for you. Today I'd like to talk about my trip to SEMA 2016. Now, to say my trip was epic would be a gross understatement, but the time I spent at SEMA, I spent at the WD-40 booth, which was actually kind of awesome and fun.
Hello everyone, my name is Melissa. Come on in here to the WD-40 booth. I have a lot to share with you. Check out our custom Camaro, which we used our specialist products as we were rebuilding it. We also have a custom Yamaha, completely fitted with solar panels and antenna, just to name a few.
Let's talk a little bit about the SEMA show itself and some of the things that I saw there. This was the 50th anniversary of SEMA, so a lot of people were really trying to bring their A game and show off the best of the best. And honestly, that's something that always happens at SEMA, but it seemed to be turned up just a little bit this year. But some of the things that stuck out in my mind were the fact that it seemed like there was a lot of trucks at SEMA this year, and I almost had to go looking for cars. But a lot of trucks at SEMA this year, and a lot of different varieties of trucks, big trucks, little trucks, lowrider trucks, rusty trucks, pretty trucks, all kinds of trucks. The other thing that struck me was, and I've never seen this before, I mean, I've seen a lot of really interesting body work, I've seen some great paint work, but I've never seen anything quite like this, and it's this embossed metal finish. And I'm told that they actually made panels and scribed all this stuff into the metal to make it into what it is. It was, you know, it's this Nissan GTR, and then there's also the Subaru. It's just incredible work. And engraving seemed to be a theme that carried over into some other products. I saw some wheels that were also engraved like that. So I guess graving, embossing, reliefing was something that stuck out. Also, Mopar came out with a crate Hemi. They're selling crate Hemis that are standalone, so the Dodge guys can finally have something to bolt in besides an LS. Not to say they would bolt in an LS, because, you know, that would be kind of like sacrilege for them. But those are some of the things that stuck out to me about the SEMA show 2016. Since WD-40 is one of those products that a lot of people use in a lot of different ways, while I was there, I decided to ask people, including some of my friends, how they use WD-40, and these are some of the answers that I got.
Greetings viewers, EricTheCarGuy here. I just met with Matt from Busted Knuckles, and we're inside the WD-40 car, and I'm going around asking people how they use WD-40. Matt, how do you use WD-40?
One of the biggest problems with off-road vehicles is we run Hemi joints, and they get dirt, dust, and mud in them, and they get noisy, and that's the last thing you want to hear in your race machine. So we spray WD-40 all over the Hemi joints. It makes them a lot quieter and makes your ride a lot better.
Fantastic. Thanks, Matt.
Yeah, man, anytime.
Greetings viewers, EricTheCarGuy here, and guess who I just ran into?
Brian from Brian's Mobile One.
We're out here in front of the WD-40 booth, and I'm asking people, how to use WD-40?
I use a lot of WD-40 for hood latches. I open and close hoods all the time as I'm working on cars, and it's just a real quick fix to be able to get something that's not working so that I can get my job done. Makes the customer happy, and it does a good job displacing water that's ridden with salt in the wintertime driving.
Awesome. Brian's Mobile One. Greetings viewers, EricTheCarGuy here with Clay from Alamogordo Public Schools.
Yep, in New Mexico.
In New Mexico, and I'm asking him, how does he use WD-40?
Most of the time in the metal shop, we use it as a cleaning agent with our big metal punches and our metal shear to clean out a lot of the shavings so that it doesn't bind up in there and stop the shear from working and bind it up.
So use it to clean.
Yeah, more of a cleaner than a lubricant most of the time.
Awesome. Thanks, Clay.
Thank you.
Greetings viewers, EricTheCarGuy here in the back seat of a 1967 Camaro at the WD-40 booth. SEMA's
50-year anniversary.
50-year anniversary of SEMA.
And the Camaro.
And the Camaro. So yeah, you see the connection? And I'm going around the show asking people how they use WD-40. So Jason, how do you use WD-40?
You know, when the keyboard doesn't quite work anymore, because I don't do anything with cars, it's all just keyboard. No, actually, my old Integra, which I have sold, but had a squeaky clutch pedal, and it was really annoying me, and I went in there, got a little WD-40 on the clutch pedal, and never made a squeak again. So it was a great solution, very simple.
Awesome sauce. Jason, Engineering Explained, WD-40, thank you for watching.
Thanks.
See you next time. Greetings viewers, EricTheCarGuy here with Charles, Humble Mechanic.
Hi.
And I'm going around, as you know, asking people how they use WD-40. So Charles, how do you use WD-40?
I use WD-40 to degrease tools, remove the grime from them, and it's great because it doesn't let them rust.
So in other words, don't stay dirty.
Or stay dirty.
Or stay dirty.
It's up to you.
Say it. Greetings, viewers. Eric the Car Guy here with Matt, Subaru WRX fan, and I've been asking people here at SEMA 2016 how they use WD-40. Matt, how do you use WD-40?
I honestly just use it around the house. I use it on my hinges and stuff when things get squeaky, whenever I need a bolt loosened up a little bit easier or something. It's great for all that kind of stuff.
Matt, Subaru WRX fan. That's how he uses WD-40. Greetings, viewers. Eric the Car Guy here with Kurt Schubert from
Automotive History Preservation Society.
the Automotive History Preservation Society. That was quite a mouthful. But anyway, Kirk, how do you use WD-40?
Any way I can. In the house, hinges, squirting down your garden tools and whatever at the end of the season so they're nice and rust-free in the springtime.
Cool. Thanks, Kurt. That's how Kirk uses WD-40. Greetings, viewers. Eric the Car Guy here with Dave Hardgrave, who's the person who built this awesome motorcycle behind me called Athena at the WD-40 booth. And I'd asked Dave, how does he use WD-40? And he came up with 3 different products that he used in the assembly of this motorcycle. Can you walk us through that, Dave?
Absolutely. Everything's been rebuilt on it, but in the final assembly of the bike, we used 3 specific products that are new to the specialist line. And over here we've got some examples. So we've got the spray and stay gel lubricant, really nice product. It sticks where you spray it, so you don't want it all over your brand new bike, brand new paint and everything else, so you just put it where you need it. If you've got like a brake lever that is maybe squeaking just a little bit, or a foot peg that's squeaking a little bit, put this in there. It's not going to drip all over everything. The other product that we really like around the shop, especially when we're building a new bike, the water-resistant silicone spray. It's a lubricant. It comes out kind of dry when it's done. Doesn't attract a lot of dirt. We use it to seal up our brand new electrical connections, make them easy to unplug, plug back in. Works really awesome for that. The other one is the dust-resistant dry lube. Think a graphite type of a lubricant for a lock, but this doesn't have any solids in it. It's a PTFE spray, so it's kind of a plastic Teflon. We use it on all the pivot points, hand levers, the shifter linkage, where the ball joints are, things that you don't want dirt attracted to. Works really awesome, takes care of the squeaks. Kind of works like regular WD-40, ramped up by 10.
Hey guys, Chris Fix here. Guess what? I stole Eric the Car Guy's phone. I got to see Eric here at SEMA at the WD-40 booth, and he was asking me a bunch of questions about WD-40. So I'm going to show you guys how I use this new Easy Reach straw and why I like it. And one of the cool things about this is normally when you're trying to spray something, you know, you don't have the ability to bend the straw, so you might get some WD-40 on the paint. But in this case, you could easily bend it and get to the hard to reach places without getting stuff everywhere. And you know, if this is squeaky, you could easily get in here, spray a little bit, boom, done, all in one easy can. Then if you want to go back to your normal WD-40, shooting it out, you got that as well. So
thanks, Chris Fix. I'm going to use my phone now.
As you can see, some of them got pretty creative with those answers. Well, in addition to that fun, there was a couple of other things that were interesting about the WD-40 booth. And the first thing that comes to mind is the 1967 Camaro that they had built for the 50th anniversary of SEMA, and it being a 1967 Camaro, it's also the 50th anniversary of the Camaro. See the connection? I like this car for a couple of reasons. First of all, I've always had a soft spot for first generation Camaros. I think a 69 Camaro is one of my favorite cars, but this one being a 67, also equally cool. Started out as a California car, so they didn't have a whole lot of body work to do, but what they did made it look really good. Then they painted it yellow. But here's the part I like the most. A lot of things that you see at SEMA are completely and totally, off the scale as far as the work and effort that goes into it. And I'm not saying they didn't put a lot of work and effort into this, but they just went old school simple. Just got a crate engine 350 and a turbo 350 to go behind it. Simple as that. Also a carburetor. And carburetors are things that you don't see too often these days. And yes, they are still a viable fuel delivery system, although a lot of people prefer fuel injection for several reasons. But anyway, this one had a carburetor. This one was just a straight up car. A lot of people stopped by and looked at it. It was old school in every sense of the word, and in my opinion, a welcome change to a lot of the things that I saw at SEMA. In addition to that awesome car, there was a motorcycle I fell in love with, and to be honest, it's been a while since I've been into motorcycles. I had one years ago, and I went down on it, and ever since then I really haven't been riding or had an interest in riding. But this motorcycle kind of turned me around, and it was built by Dave Hardgraves from a shop called Cerberus. And the bike was called Athena, which was, for lack of a better word, it was a bug-out bike. So it was purpose-built to, well, bug out, if you will. It had extra fuel tanks on it. It was built to be very serviceable. I believe it started out as a Yamaha. It had ammo boxes on the back that were used for storage. Also one that had like a fold-down cutting board table kind of thing, so you could park the bike and, you know, have lunch, if you will. Also built-in CB radio that had a push-to-talk on the handlebars. There were just a lot of cool features on this. And did I mention you could pull a couple of pins and take the headlight off and use that to look wherever you needed? It also had some LEDs along the frame. It was, in my opinion, one of the coolest bikes I've ever seen. And the type of tires that it had made it so you could go on or off-road. So if Walking Dead kind of stuff ever happened, honestly, that would be my vehicle of choice. Easy to get around on, good on gas, that type of thing. That is, in a nutshell, how I spent my trip to SEMA this year with WD-40, which was awesome. Now I'm going to put some links in the description to some of the new products and things that WD-40 has to offer now. If you were watching my social media, you got to see some of that stuff. I'll also put links in the description to other additional information for them, as well as a link to EricTheCarGuy.com, which is where I ask you to go if you have automotive questions. If you wish to connect with me socially, there's Google+, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I want to thank you for watching. Be safe, have fun, stay dirty. I'll see you next time.